Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, has enjoyed a really difficult year, as have many senior members of the British monarchy. But who has been her rock in this troubled time? And this, in fact, may surprise you as to just who she turned to. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for joining me today. Lovely to see you. As ever, we're edging more and more closer to Christmas, and as I often say here, don't forget, we'll have lots of content for you over the festive period. We'll probably try and shake it up a little bit as well over Christmas, because obviously the royals take some time out, and we may take some time out from the royals, but don't go anywhere. We'll have some fun, some memories, and of course all the breaking news that matters to you. But as ever, it's back to your breaking royal story of the day. This particular story, of course, is very heartwarming in itself, because as we know, the British monarchy and of course senior members of the monarchy have enjoyed a very tough year. Who could forget, of course, the demise, sadly, of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. It's strange, isn't it, when you look at that footage, because it was a glorious spring day. It was almost strange that you couldn't have picked a better day for such an event, for a man who gave so much of his life to service, and of course serving our gracious Majesty the Queen, and of course everybody across the Commonwealth. A wonderful man that truly should be given a lot of respect. Of course, it was that particular picture of Kate arriving for the funeral that caught everybody's imagination, and just how truly stunning she looked on such a sad occasion. But there was more to it than that, and let me explain why. Kate herself, of course, is known for being very stoic, and more importantly, the strength for her family. Alongside her husband, His Royal Highness Prince William, they've forged together a wonderful family unit alongside their 3 children. And it's that really that has sustained them through a rather difficult time. You know which one I'm talking about. The backlash, of course, from his younger brother really hit Kate hard. And more importantly, she was upset about the ongoing stories of who made who cry, all of that sort of stuff, You can imagine when you can't respond back to that sort of story, it's rather difficult, because the story then gets legs and people decide to bake their own judgments. Was Kate a bad person? Was she not? But there was one person that she could truly turn to, confide in, and of course be assured that it would go no further. And that person was this. The person that Kate in fact confided in to such a degree that he has become her rock is none other than her brother, James Middleton. Now, James has had a checkered past himself. He's had a few businesses that haven't taken off, but he's battled on and marched forward. He's been very open about his own personal struggles, got married this year, and as you can see, has a great affection for animals, who he says do a lot to help and assist people with mental issues. I totally agree. In fact, animals can be your best friends, right? But it's James apparently who Kate turned to in these troubled times, because she liked his calm and relaxing influence, and of course his very sage advice. That's not to say, of course, she didn't want to turn to her husband, Prince William, but she knew that he already had quite a lot on his plate and didn't want to burden him with more. Now, the true things that really upset Kate at this time were those outlandish claims allegedly made, of course, by the former royals Meghan and Harry in that interview with Oprah Winfrey. You can imagine how damaging that would be, sitting down and reading that. But Kate is, let me tell you, a very forgiving person. If anything, she could be the person that could bring the whole family back together. But right now, as we know, Harry and Meghan have no plans to try and cement anything moving forward. As we told you also here on the show, that could be to do with the fact that when he releases that book, there could be even more bombshells that could be more damaging to Kate and William. But for now, it's heartwarming to know, particularly at this time of year, that Kate truly has people around her that she can count on. And more importantly, as we all know, there's nothing better than family when the chips are down. Whatever you're doing this Christmas, do reach out to those people that matter to you, and of course close friends, associates that you want to confide in. Perhaps you just need that little bit of company. As Kate has said openly, it's all about communication and connecting back with each other. As ever, wise words for our Queen in waiting. Neil Sean in the heart of London.